Thero Sarnai, dear Dhamma friends, today we are going to discuss another important Dhamma talk preached by our great teacher. So, as usually, before we start, we pay our homage to the great teacher Samma Sambuddha. Recite with me. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Dhamma friends, today's topic: how should Bhikkhu resolve issues of Dhamma and Vinaya? So that topic I selected from the Kinti discourse in Majjhima Nikaya. So when we discuss about this Kinti discourse, we have to, I can divide that discourse into few parts, and I divide that discourse into 4 parts. So in the first part, we can talk about in the first part, Buddha discuss how Bhikkhu think about the Tathagata, how Bhikkhus think about Tathagata. Under that part, we can talk why we need faith. In the second part, we can talk about the 37 enlightenment factors. In the fourth part, we can talk about how Bhikkhu, how should Bhikkhus resolve their issues about the Dhamma. In the fourth part, we can talk how should Bhikkhu resolve their problems or the problems about the discipline or the Vinaya. Exactly, very nice discourse. The Kinti. Kinti means what? Okay, Kinti means what? My friends, let's go to the discourse. In the start, Buddha asked from the Bhikkhus, Kinti wo bhikkhave mai hoti. Bhikkhus, what do you think about me? Again, Buddha asked, Kinti, what do you think about me? And you think that the Master Gautama preached Dhamma for the sake of robes, or Master Gautama preached Dhamma for the sake of alms food, or otherwise Master Gautama preached Dhamma for the sake of resting places, and otherwise Master Gautama for the sake of as a living method. So that means as to collect the merit. Because do you think about me in this way? Then those bhikkhus said, Venerable Sir, we don't think about the Blessed One in that way. We don't think that the Blessed One preached Dhamma for the sake of alms food, or for the sake of robes, or we don't think that the Blessed One preached Dhamma for the sake of resting places, and we don't think that the Blessed One preached Dhamma to continue the state of beings, or otherwise to live for the better state of living. We don't think so, Venerable Sir. Then Buddha asked, Itikira bhikkhave kinti wo mai hoti. So then what do you think about me? Sir, we think about you that the Master Gautama or the Blessed One treat Dhamma for the sake of compassionate, and Blessed One hope our well-being. We think in that way, Blessed the Venerable Sir. Then Buddha said, "Okay, that is great. Uh, I exactly preach Dhamma." So that is the Buddha admire that. So uh, then, what do you think about this part, this point? Exactly, why Buddha asked this kind of question from the bhikkhus? Exactly, there are some bhikkhus or people, they don't have faith about the Tathagata, Saddha. So they think about the Tathagata in wrong way. So then why Buddha asked this kind of question? Because if they don't have faith, enough faith about the Tathagata, about the Buddha, they can't catch the Dhamma, they can't practice the Dhamma, they can't develop the Dhamma. That is why. So therefore, it is important to have a good saddha, good faith about the Tathagata. So, but uh, sometime when we read this discourse, uh, we will think why Buddha asking this kind of question from the bhikkhus. Exactly, uh, we depend on the. So how do we depend? So when we think about the people who live in this world, they all the time depend on others' mentality. So if the people think that this person is good, this lady is good, this man is good, so then they can live peacefully. But if the people think this person is not good, this person is bad, so they can't live with them. So, and we always try to understand what other people think about me. That is the our nature. That is the normal people's nature. They try to think what they think about me, and uh, so exactly our happiness depend on the others thinking, because we are in the people are in the ignorance. So then Buddha asked this question because of the better understanding of the bhikkhus, or the for the sake of the uh, well-being of the bhikkhus. Okay, so uh, before preach to bhikkhus, uh, Buddha check their mind, and if they don't have enough faith about the Tathagata, Buddha clear it. And uh, I think the Buddhism is a teaching. Buddha's teaching is a teaching that is uh, included everything. So some people try to say Buddhism is not religion, and Buddhism is a philosophy, and some people say it's a religion. So when we think about this, exactly everything is included in the Buddha's teaching, the Buddhism. So if someone want to practice puja, so there is a method to do them in a good manner, good way. And if someone want to uh, uh, develop uh, the meditation or jhana, so there is a good way. And if someone want to offering dana for the sake of their next life, so there is a good method, good ways in the Buddhism. As well as if someone want to realize the nibbana, there is a correct way in the Buddhism. Everything is included in the Buddhism, and can be called comprehensive teaching, uh, as the Buddhism can be introduced as a comprehensive teaching. Okay, let's move to the second part. Then Buddha asks, okay, because if you have that kind of faith, so you should live, you should practice, you should develop uh, 37 enlightenment factors. It is called 37 enlightenment factors. I think you have heard about it. What are they? First, first Chattaru Satipatthana, for establishment of the mindfulness. Okay, and the next one, for establishment of the mindfulness. That means Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana, Dhammanupassana. And second one, for kind of striving for kind of striving, for kind of right striving, chattaru sammapadana. And the next one, for basis for spiritual power. Now altogether 12. And pancha bala, pancha indriya and pancha bala. Pancha indriya mean 5 faculties, 5 powers. So what are they? Saddha, faith, virya, and it's called striving, sati, mindfulness, and samadhi, concentration, or chitta ekaggata, and panya. Panya means wisdom, or exactly wisdom. So these are the 5. This is how 5 faculties called Saddindriyam, Virindriyam, Satindriyam, Samadindriyam, Panyindriyam. Okay, these are called 5 faculties. And so why them are called as a faculty? So what are the faculty? Normal faculty, do you know? Normal faculty called eye faculty. Eye faculty. What do we do with the eye faculty? We see something. So eye has a duty. I can, the faculty I can do something. So in the same way, the Saddha faculty can do something. Saddha faculty accomplish something. In the same way, the faith faculty, or the otherwise faith faculty, accomplish something, and the striving faculty accomplish something. Sati faculty accomplish something, some process in our development, realization, and samadhi faculty accomplish some duty, and panya faculty accomplish some duty. All these faculties complete the nibbana. So in the power, the faith power, striving power, and sati power, and sati power, or mindfulness power, and wisdom power, panya. So altogether 10 and 22. The 10 and all together 22. Now again, 7 enlightenment factors called Bojjhango. 7 enlightenment factors, and these are called sati. Again, mindfulness Bojjhanga, mindfulness, enlightenment factors, and Dhamma Vijaya, investigation of the Dhamma, enlightenment factor, and Virya, the striving enlightenment factors, and Sati, Dhamma Vijaya, Virya, Piti. Piti means exactly, it is exactly happy. So that happy is an enlightenment factor. So you can get happy through the you can get happy through when you practice, when you use your senses, when you enjoy your sensual faculties, that happy is not here. That happy is not here, but the happy is the same experience. It is called piti, and that piti or that happy arise because of the Dhamma, because of the practicing bhavana. When you practice, when you think about the Buddha, when you think about the Metta, when you think about Dhamma, when you think about Sangha, that happy can be arisen. Okay, that is called piti, saddha faculty. Sorry, we are talking about the 7 enlightenment factors. Sati enlightenment factor, Dhamma enlightenment factor, Virya enlightenment factor, Piti, yes, Piti enlightenment factor, and Pasadi. Pasadi called Pasambati. Pasambati means it is tranquilize the body. It's called calm down the body. Body and calm down of body and the mind. Is called relaxation of the body and the mind, called pasabdi, or the tranquility. And is pasabdi can be divided into two parts, called kaya pasabdi, chitta pasabdi, the tranquilizing of the body and the mind. And pasabdi samadhi, called concentration or chittas ekagata, and chittas ekagata means the mind can be kept in a particular place. Our mind is in a single place. It doesn't go here and there. That ability called samadhi faculty. That is the ability exactly. So we can do that. We can keep our mind in a particular idea or particular particular factor. So that is called samadhi. So that can be developed in various steps. Again, upekka means equanimity. So equanimity faculty. Now the altogether 7 and altogether 29, and finally 8-fold path, right understanding or samadhi, right view and right concepts, right words, right actions, right striving, right actions, right livelihood, right actions, and right mindfulness, right concentration, right or samadhi. So those are the 37 enlightenment factors. So Buddha pointed out, if you have good faith about me, if you don't think about me in a wrong way, you should develop these things all together in conquer with mutual understanding without disputing. You should develop these enlightenment factors. So developing these enlightenment factors, these 37 enlightenment factors, is called practicing Buddhism. Okay, so you can sometime when you practice the Buddha's teaching or Dhamma, sometime you may be whatever level. So your level is selected from these 7 enlightenment factors. So Dhamma friends, very beautiful, very important parts we discussed. Next, we move to the now I move to the third partition of the talk. Friend, in this part we talk how should bhikkhus discuss, how should bhikkhus resolve their issues about the Dhamma. So Buddha advice bhikkhus. So bhikkhus, you should live in conquer without disputing, with mutual understanding, developing these as 37 enlightenment factors. So when you live in that way, tattasium de bhikkhunam abhidhamme nana vado. Abhidhamme. So when you live in this way, it will be there will be a different idea between two bhikkhus about the Dhamma. And tatra tumhaka evamasa. So then you think in this way. So these bhikkhus have different idea about the Dhamma. So then te tang bhikkhunang sochatarang manyayata tang upasankamita evamasa vachani. You should go to that bhikkhus who have peaceful mind, and among the one bhikkhu, among those two who have a different idea about Dhamma, go to the one monk who has peaceful idea and who has a peaceful mind, and tell them, Venerable sir, you have different idea about Dhamma. Ayasmantanam ko abhidham nana vada atto chananam vyanjano chanananti. Go to that bhikkhus and tell this, Venerable sir, your meaning of Dhamma is different, and your praising or praise of Dhamma is different. So that is not suitable. Ma ayasmantanam vivadam apajyatati. You should not come to a debate, or you should not fall into a dispute. So that is, you should go to the one of them and tell them. Again, another bhikkhu go to him. Again, another bhikkhu go to him and tell, Venerable sir, ayasmantanam ko atto chananam vyanjano chananam tadaminapi ayasmantanam vijanata yata atto chananam vyanjano chanananti. Your Dhamma is different, or the meaning is different, and the place is different. So you should know that, and you should understand that. Having understood that, you should not fall into a dispute. Okay, that is how Buddha pointed out. If some bhikkhu have wrong idea, the different idea about the Dhamma and Vinaya. So exactly, then Buddha said, iti suggahitanti dare tabba, duggahitani dare tabba. So in this manner, you should understand that this Dhamma is the correct Dhamma, correct teaching, and you should know that this Dhamma is the wrong teaching. So you have to understand especially correct things and wrong things. Exactly, Buddha used the beautiful and most important word, attochevanana, vyanjano chevanana. Atta means meaning, vyanjana means praise. For example, I am telling about yada niccam tam dukkam. That is called vyanjana. Okay, and yada niccam tam dukkam. If something is impermanence, that is suffering. That is the meaning. That is the meaning. So some people think only the meaning is important. The phrase or the Pali text is not important. So Buddha did not tell in that way. Mainly you should understand, if you try to teach Dhamma to others, you should depend on the praise, Vyanjana. Okay, so if you don't want to teach others, tell Dhamma. If you only want to need your uh, uh, development, exactly, you don't need learn Dhamma in every the called praise in the border context. But if you teach Dhamma or teach Dhamma to others, you should know this Pali text correctly. Okay, so therefore Buddha advised Suggahitan Didare Dhamma. You should understand, you should memorize, keep your memory the correct Dhamma as correct Dhamma. Duggahitan Didare Dhamma. Wrong Dhamma, wrong teaching, wrong idea as wrong idea. Suggahitan Dhareta, Duggahitan Dhareta. Having understood this wrong thing as wrong thing, having understood this correct thing as correct thing, Dhammo cha Vinayot Bhasitabho. You should recite Dhamma and Vinaya. Okay. Now, in the second partition, Buddha discussed about in the third partition, Buddha discussed about the Dhamma. So sometime Buddha pointed out in this part. Sometime you can find some bhikkhu, they teach Dhamma correctly, but their praise or the vyanjana is wrong. So you have to go him. You have to point out him that this is not compatible with the Buddha's teaching. This is not suitable. Okay, so that is what the Buddha pointed out in that partition. Let's move to the next part. Exactly, that is also very important. How the bhikkhu discuss, how the bhikkhu resolve problems, mutual problems that occur each other. So Tanche bhikkhu samagganam sammodhamanam avivadamanam sikkatam tatra siya anyataro bhikkhu apatti anyataro anyataro bhikkhu apatti siya vitikam. So when you now the Buddha pointed out bhikkhus, suppose now you live in Conquer without disputing, with mutual understanding, developing 7 enlightenment factors. Okay, so when you live in that way, anyatarasa bhikkhu siya anyatarasa bhikkhu apatti. A certain bhikkhu fall into a violation. Otherwise, apatti means violation or exceeding a Vinaya rule. It is called apatti. And vitikama. Vitikam and apatti is same meaning. Vitikam means exceeding the limit and or the line, and apatti means in the same meaning. Okay. Now, if some bhikkhu enter to some bhikkhu violate a rule, what should you do? Then Buddha pointed out, do not na chodhanaya taritappa. Do not uh, do not try to advise at once. So not only bhikkhus, this is very important point to understand. When you live, when you spend your life, uh, when you spend your life with your people, so this is very good practice, good point. So first, you should think. You at once you should not go to the advice him chodhanaya tarithamma. You should not allegate him at once. And puggalo upaparikitapo. You should check the person. You should investigate the person. Maihancha aviheso bhavisati parasacha puggalasa anupanaho. How about this person? So if I give advice, if what will this person what happened to this person? For as a bhikkhu, sometime if I give this, if I try to point out this mistake to that bhikkhu, sometime he may leave the Buddha sasana. For the apatti means, I want to say, what is the apatti? Sometime, for example, some bhikkhu eat in the night. Okay, that is the apatti. So suppose a bhikkhu eat is not only the night. Sometimes some bhikkhu eat in the evening. That is called apatti. That is not according to the Vinaya rules. So and drink milk in the evening. So that is all, or otherwise food in the after the afternoon. So it is a apatti. So suppose if some bhikkhu do that, Buddha pointed out, do not advise at once. Check the person and what happened if I give advice at once. Sometimes he may go from the Buddha Sasana. Sometimes he may leave Buddha Sasana. Therefore, at once do not give advice. And Maihancha aviheso bhavisati. You should try. Now you should try. What happened to me? Sometime when I go to advise him, I do some mistakes. I do some wrong words. So I lose my temper. If you lose your temper, because you should not advise to others. That is what the Buddha pointed. And you should check, can do I have enough knowledge, enough ability to establish that person in wholesome state and remove that bhikkhu from the unwholesome state. If you have that ability, that is what the main thing you should think. You should consider when some person do a mistake, some apatti. That is the main point. So again, we can Buddha pointed out some few beautiful points. So suppose a bhikkhu or someone do some mistakes or exceed some bhikkhu violate a rule, then you should think first, so parasacha puggalasacha anupanaho. So when I go to advise him, sometime he will not become upset, but Mayancha aviheso bhavasti, Mayancha viheso bhavasti. It will be a problem to me. That person, when I go to advise, he is not he doesn't face any problem, but I have to face problem. But however, I can point out the correct Dhamma to him, and I have that ability. Uh, I have that ability establish him in the in the in the wholesome state, and I have that ability remove that person in the unwholesome state from the unwholesome state. So Buddha pointed out, though you have face some difficulties, if you can uh, establish him in a wholesome state, so you should do it. So facing some hardships to you is not huge thing. It is called appamattakam. It is a small thing, and the you are able you if you are able to uh, uh, free that person from the unwholesome state, that is a great thing. Bahutaram. It is a great thing. Okay, that is the first one. And sometime second one, some bhikkhu do some mistake. Some bhikkhu do some mistake, and then you think Mayancha aviheso bhavisati, but that person become upset. That person have to face some hardships, but I can. So then, if you can, it is no problem that person become upset, or if it is no problem to facing it is no problem facing that person to hardships. And the important thing is you can establish him in wholesome states and remove him from the unwholesome state. Again, now number three. So sometime you suppose some bhikkhu violate a rule. Then when if you give advising, sometime you have to face some hardships, and that person has to face some hardship. But you can establish that person, that bhikkhu, in a wholesome state and remove from unwholesome state. Then what the Buddha said? Do it. Advise him. It is a simple thing that you both of you have to face some hardships. It is simple thing, but the greater thing is you can uh, you can release that person from the unwholesome state and establish that person in a wholesome state. And uh, next one, suppose some bhikkhu exceed the violate the rule. So then you think I should advise him, but then when you think about that, when you try to do that, you have to face hardships, and that person face to some hardships, and you are unable to establish him in the wholesome state, and you have to you can't remove him in the unwholesome state, from the unwholesome state. Then Buddha said, okay, if you can't keep or establish him in the wholesome state, and you should not go to the advising. You should not go to the advising. So that is the most important point of this discourse, according to my. That is the most beautiful partisan in this discourse I found, because the important thing is sometimes when some people do some mistakes, we try to advise him, but we don't consider that we can or do. The important thing is you should check that you can or no to establish him in the wholesome states and remove him from the unwholesome state. That is the important thing. So uh, when you live in that way, because the Buddha pointed out, uh, sometimes some bhikkhus make some mistakes from their words. So now, if you can't advise him, go to some elder teachers, elder bhikkhus, and tell him about this problem. Then he will advise according to the Buddha's teaching. After advising, that bhikkhu doesn't say, I give this, I give advice. I am the one must resolve this problem. So he says, I learned Dhamma from the Buddha and I teach that Dhamma to the bhikkhus. Then they live in peacefully. That is the end of the discourse. So if you have any question about the Buddha's teaching or about these things, so you can ask, you can send me them. So I'm happy to talk about them. So today we have joined some friends. Uh, Janaki Malasurya, Janaki Amma, and Manal. Welcome you, and Ryan Martin. Welcome, friend, and uh, Bante, should monastic stops taking any of food after sun has turned after 2:12 p.m. We offer gilam pas medicinal drink in the afternoon, in the evening. Uh, that is that is to put exactly according to that. There is a Vinaya rules about that. So it is called how to say midday. So not only 12 p.m. So it is called how to say uh, sun setting. We should check in the morning sun setting time. It is called twilight sun. So we before you can see the sunlight completely. Sometime when you see in the sunlight in the in the uh, uh, from where the sun coming, it's called uh, when the when some come from the western, uh, you can see some kind of light. So that is called sunset, the twilight sun. It is called in in single Aruna. So in the Aruna time, you can start eating. The monastics can start eating, and when the sun go to the uh, correctly and the sharply in the called midday afternoon, uh, so you have to stop. The monastics have to stop the eating. So eating means the only food. Sometime we exactly, this is very beautiful. So why Buddha composed these things? Why Buddha composed Vinaya rules? Sometimes that is not a sin. That is not unwholesome state. Why? So if it is unwholesome state, so layperson can't eat in the evening. No, that is not in the unwholesome state. So if it is unwholesome state, so lay people can't eat in the night or eat in the evening. But it is exactly Buddha's teaching, composing of the Buddhas. That is called Anadesana. It is a it is uh, it is special for the bhikkhus. It is a composing of the Buddha. So why Buddha composed? Why did Buddha compose these kind of things? According to the previous Buddha Buddha composed the Vinaya rule. And when some bhikkhu follow all these things, it is bhikkhu easily can follow the it easily can he easily he can develop the mind. So it help to concentration samadhi. That is why Buddha composed these things. So not only that, so many benefits there are. We can see so many benefits about the Vinaya rules. So however, uh, not only the 12 p.m. Sometime it may be 12:10, 12:20, and 11:45, 11:50. In that way, it is changed according to the time to time. Okay, so we should check that time. Bhikkhus have that timetable. Bhikkhu know that, so uh, they act according to that timetable. Okay, and food, exactly. Food is not the drink, gilampas and normal gilampas or uh, or the fruit juice uh, is not the food according to the Vinaya rules. So, but you can't eat food. But you can't eat food. However, you can drink. You can eat fruit, but you can drink fruit juice. That is the Buddha's point idea. Okay, you should not eat apple, but you can drink apple juice after clearly filtering. Okay, that is the according to the Vinaya rules. So uh, are all those facts mentioned applicable to all those facts mentioned are applicable to lay people to know exactly. Lay people can practice depending on the five precepts, or what do they undertake as their precept. They have to depend on those things. Exactly. Today we discuss about the Vinaya, uh, the Sutta according to the Vinaya rules. So that is why we discuss about that. However, uh, so you have, as a lay person, you have to understand so many things about the bhikkhus. So some people, so yeah, some bhikkhus. Uh, so you should give if you you can drink some tea by yourself, but the bhikkhus, the high ordinate bhikkhus can't uh, prepare food food from for their self, for them. So that is the according to Buddha's teaching. So so in this part, all big these are not uh, for all lay person as well, and especially when the Samanera monks, there are another kind of rules. So some are related only for the high ordinate or the Upasampada monks. Kabalikara ahara, solid food must be avoided by the monastery. So, good question. Kabalikara ahara means exactly not only now. This is not the Kabalikara ahara. That word is not used for only the eating things. Okay, this is very good question. So Kabalikara means there are four main aharas, ahara called foods when in the Buddhist teaching. So Kabalikara means so everything. So when you watch something from your eye, that is called Kabalikara. Okay, when you hear some sound, it is also Kabalikara. And when you touch something from your body, that is also Kabalikara. So that is why it is called. What is the cause and condition for the what are the cause and condition for the form that uh, so when that uh, it is කතමෝච භන්තේ හේතුකෝ පච්චයෝ රූපං. That is how he is asked. So then Buddha pointed out chattaro mahabhuta bhikkhave aharo rupam. That means the four great element is the cause and condition for the rupa. Okay, that Kabalikara word is for the four great elements, and it's upada rupa. It's the rupa for it's a form related form for the four great elements. Those are called Kabalikara ahara. That is not only the thing that we eat. Okay, Kabali means exactly Kabali means partisans. So we part and part. So that is the word. Even Kabali, even that included. So exactly the food, the physical food is included, but not only the physical food. Okay. So very important question, because people think Kabalikara means the thing we eat by chewing. Not only that, that is good to us, and you should understand Kabalikara means very we have to understand broader context about that. Kabalikara means you have so exactly when you see something, when you hear something, those are also Kabalikara Ahara. Bante, could you clarify if practicing seven bojjhangas is the same is same practicing for jhana? Exactly not. Why? The for jhana, so you can practice for jhana before the Buddha Sasana. Without the Buddha Sasana, sometime you, if, when you think about the there is an ascetic called Asita before the Buddha Sasana. During the Buddha's during the Buddha's birth, that is called Prince Siddhartha's birth. So his name is Asita. So he have practiced jhana. Not only he, there are so many ascetics who has jhana. So developing jhana is uh, is good thing, but uh, uh, it is another side. So when you think about the seven enlightenment factors or seven bojjhangas, uh, so you have to complete jhana and the panya or the nibbana. Both the when we discuss about the uh, seven bojjhangas, you have to you can understand the it is a uh, mm, everything is included jhana and the vipassana as well as the other faculties are included in the seven bojjhangas. Seven bojjhangas is seven bojjhanga are not only for jhana. That is jhana and nibbana. All thing uh, is that is oriented for all things, all the nibbana and jhana, everything. Okay. Okay. uh, Regarding the Kinti Sutta, this is the Buddha's teaching at the last stage of his ministry, isn't it? Have you found a chronological order of the Buddha's teaching in the existence? Exactly, it is difficult to find out exactly when if we read the old discourses, we can't get the clear idea. So it is very difficult to do. There is a book named called Buddha Charita. Uh, so in that book we can get some idea, but I can't. I exactly I also find that thing to I wanted to learn Buddha's teaching in this order. So, but I couldn't find. So, however, very difficult to do because uh, now we can go to the Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, and Abhidhamma Pitaka. That is not depending on the time. That is according to the topics exactly and ideas. So that is very interesting thing if we understand that order. But I couldn't find that order. Seems like it would be interesting to see how the progress of his teaching were conducted across his travel through northern India. Yes, exactly. Okay, friend, I think your question is now okay. Uh, I think it is time to end the discussion. So it is time to wind up the talk. So let's do Anumodana. First of all, my teacher, most venerable Mang Kadawala Sudarsana Thero, and most venerable Mang Kadawala Nandaratana Thero, and most venerable Patmalek Marakasapa Thero, Bhikkhu Pesala, Bante Sudasro, Ayasoma, all bhikkhus in the world, all Buddhist followers, especially live joiners today with us. So all you support me and all Buddhist followers around the world. Friend, let's transfer the merits to the devas. Recite with me. Akasattha ca bhummatta devanaga mahidika punyantang anumoditva cirang rakkantu buddha sasanang akasattha ca bhummatta devanaga mahidika punyantang anumoditva cirang rakkantu buddha savakang akasattha ca bhummatta devanaga mahidika punyantang anumoditva bodhayantu sivam padam. Now, friends, let's. I am going to bless you. Please take the blessings, keeping your palms together. Abhivadana silisa nichang uddhapachayino chattaro dhamma vaddanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminate samijjatu. Thank you, all of you, joining with me and sharing ideas and answering your question and joining with this event for all of you. Good morning, good evening, good night, all of you.